dudettes? This is a Renaissance Trucker, Yoga Sorcerer, aka Bejeebus. I'm making an experiment with the long form vlogging. I used to make YouTube videos twice a week, and I would toe the line, tiptoeing between sloppiness and precision. But I've been worrying too much about getting stuff precise, so I'm gonna just like throw it out there and just put it out there. And if you don't want to listen to me run my mouth, then go listen to someone else run their mouth. I don't care. I just want to make something and I'm gonna put it up and see what happens. So, rolling down the road, 2019 Freightliner Cascadia. This truck is pimp. I got a refrigerator and an inverter in this bad boy. Gonna get some wicked flammable stuff. Take it from Cleveland to Louisiana. And if I got a mind to, I'd take a pit stop in Nolens. But I probably won't. Just keep the miles banging out. Just bang them out. So, anyways, my dad just died, and that's awful. Maybe I'll talk about that. I go in phases of wanting to think about it a lot. I make myself think about it, think about Pop, and cry and feel as much emotion as I can. But then I go through other phases where I try to not think about it at all. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. It was such a blessing when I was home for the holidays and the funeral. Home for the holidays and death. It was a blessing. My friends from high school were having a party. I went to the party. Just got to, like, you know, be stupid for a couple hours and just have fun and run my mouth and, you know, be socialized and not think about my dad. I love my dad so much. I guess everybody has a different grieving process, but I might write a book about this one, you know. I think whenever you do something at the same degree for an extended period of time, you get stagnant or make ruts or, you know, bullshit happens. But when you go in waves and do natural waves, like everything is fucking waves. Do waves, like I said, think about it a lot and then don't think about it at all. And then think about it a lot and then don't think about it at all. It's kind of like exercise. You do intense exercise and then you rest. And then you do intense exercise and then you rest. But if you just rest all the time, you're gonna have a problem. If you're just doing the same exercise all the time with no variation, you're gonna have a problem. So that's my theory. I'm gonna write a book about it, and everybody's gonna pay me $1 million to read my book. So it's a beautiful road. I'm on one of the best stretches of road ever. Route 80. Going, well, I guess it's like 76 right now, but anyway, it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's Route 80. Ohio Turnpike has a lot of sweet travel plazas, and I can get my Starbucks coffee. Oh, it's good coffee. Relatively, okay, I know I got a lot of friends that are coffee snobs, and I can be one too, but I ain't got no problem with Starbucks, you know. I don't know about the Monsanto, GMO, bloody blue, but fucking Starbucks is okay with me. I tell you why, because they have programs that get their employees functional. I read a report about this guy couldn't hold a job at McDonald's. He gets fired from McDonald's because he's not functional. Goes to Starbucks. They put him through their program to teach him how to deal with employees, deal with customers, deal with life. And what do you know? He becomes successful. He's a barista. He's a manager. Soon he's managing 3 different Starbucks. So they're okay with me, man. I don't have a problem. But I never go to Starbucks when I'm in Chattanooga. When I'm in Chattanooga, boy, I just drink the locally roasted coffee. That's one of my favorite things about living in Chattanooga is all the local coffee roasters. You go in and it's just a little tiny coffee roaster. They got the coffee shop in the front, and you can see the roaster in the back. They're back there brewing up some mad beans, man. Put them beans in my face, down the hatch without a scratch. Mamma Jammas, hook it up, hook it up, hook it up. Coffee's to my dome. I'm drinking coffee all the live long day. I'm getting my coffee in balance. When I have a problem, I drink a lot of coffee, and it's good. And coffee makes you live longer, and it makes you stay up later. But the other night, I drank so much I couldn't go to sleep. That never happens. I have a high tolerance for caffeine, but I stayed up late. I couldn't go to sleep. I was thinking about my pop. It was awful. Oh, man. So, no more coffee for me today. Let's see. What's happening here? Might have to get to a toll plaza. Maybe I'll sign off when I get to the toll plaza. This is freaking awesome. I'm just running my mouth, and then I'm gonna post it on YouTube, and you know, whatever. I'll look at the stats, and I'll see, you know, everyone clicked off right at about 30 seconds, or right at about 2.5 minutes. Whatever. You're missing out on all the fun if you clicked off. Boy, I might say something real important, and if you signed off too early, you missed it. I'll tell you what I like to do. Look, right now I'm sitting up real tall in my seat. I'm not putting my back against the backrest. This is how I spend most of my time. When I'm on the interstate, I sit up real tall. I don't lean back against the backrest. Activate the spine. Now you want incredible results? Get your spine activated. It's the center channel. I'm freaking telling you. Line up your spine, people. Get the vertebrae activated, get them in line, and everything else is going to benefit tenfold. See, right now I got mystical freaking jujubes flying through my body because my brain is connected to the body better because my spinal cord is freaking lined up. I got wicked mystical energy pockets flip-flapping all through my body, and everything's tingling because of the spinal column. It's linked up. It's the center channel, and you can think whatever you want. If you don't believe in God, then shut your ear holes. You know, it line up the spine, and it's this communication. It's kind of like your antenna to God. Your spine is your antenna to God. When you get it lined up, then you pick up on the frequency of the great supreme consciousness. Yeah, say that. If you don't like the word God, say supreme consciousness. if you don't like poetic, existential words dealing with God, then think of something else. I don't know. I've been racking my brain trying to think of a better word for God, because God has too much stigma around it. Like, it was like, hear that word, they either think just Christian, or they just think bad, or they just think good, or it's too divided. It's the same as love. Like, what the hell is love? Love doesn't mean anything. It's just a word. Everyone has different odd concepts about the word love, and it's really ambiguous, and it's really divided, and there's a big dichotomy in it. So, say something else. I don't know. God. I'm not talking about a bearded, robed guy in the sky. Anyways, why do Christian God people think that that's the viewpoint of God? That's not a Christian viewpoint of God. A bearded man robed in the sky. That's frigging Zeus. That's Greek. That's not Christian. You know, ancient Jews, in ancient Judaism, they believed in reincarnation. That's what I heard. That's what I heard, and that's what I believe, and that's what I'm going to keep on believing until someone proves me wrong beyond a shadow of a doubt. I saw a sign that was something like, Jesus is Lord beyond a shadow of a doubt. I'm like, well, what, are we in court here? Beyond a shadow of a doubt on your billboard? Oh, come on, people. Come on. Oh, man, I wish I'd remember that other billboard that I had an issue with. I have an issue with a lot of billboards. Particularly that there's no billboards that have freaking vegetables on them. Sons of guns, a mess of frackin' pajamas. Shabba slabba. Ha! Ah! 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 There's no vegetables on any frackin' billboards. What the hell is that, man? It's all meat. It's all meat. I was vegetarian when I started driving trucks, and now I'm eating meat again. It's not as bad. For a minute it got bad, and I was eating the crusty old Hardee's bacon cheeseburgers, and I was getting fat. My friend's wife was like, "You look like it. You look like a turkey. You look like turkey. You look like turkey. You go gobble gobble because you're getting fat like turkey. You stuff it. Gobble gobble, gobble gobble. The Russian turkey." Gobble gobble. But now it's like 90% vegetarian. A little bit of meat's okay. A little bit of meat, fine. 90%. That's what I vote for. I read the book Conscious Capitalism by the former CEO, owner, founder of Whole Foods. I don't know what his title is now because he sold Whole Foods to Jeff Bezos. But anyways, he wrote a book, and in the book he advocated 90% vegetable foods. I forget the technical term. Only 10% meat, 10% animal products. I think that's good. I like that. I like that. Oh, Service Plaza in 15 miles. I'm gonna pull over and get some beans. so I can grind up my beans in the morning. And I got an inverter in this bad boy. I'm gonna grind up them beans and put them in a cup and put the hot water in the cup with the beans, and then I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna put it in my gullet, and I'm gonna do happy dance in the morning, and the sun ain't come up yet. I'm like, hey doggy, I'm for the first taste of coffee, and I'm dancing around because I'm a happy trucker. And then sometimes I might be like, oh, I'm tired, I don't wanna go, I'm tired. And then I get on the road, and as soon as I hit that freeway, I'm like, woo, get it! Oh, truck driving, baby! Woo! Truck driving, yeah, we get it. Gets a banging and boo on the miles, shanging and mo, yeah! Woo woo! Truck driving, woo-hoo! That's right. That's right. Love it. See the sun shining. There's a beautiful lake. I get to see the whole America is beautiful. There's so much beauty in this country, and you don't know it. You don't know it. All I've seen for 20 years was Baltimore. And my ex-girlfriend was like, I know you don't like Baltimore. Blue, blue, blue. Blue, blue, blue. I don't know why. I think it's perfectly fine. Well, that's because you're not stuck there. I think it was fine too if I lived there, but I didn't stay there all the ding-dang time. If I got out as frequently as she did. Now, I'm always on the move, baby. If I'm in one place, too long, I get itchy. I get antsy. Antsy my pantsy. Pantsy McWantsy. One place too long, I want to go. I actually am more comfortable sleeping in my truck than in a house. If I'm in a house, like in a real bed in a house, like it just feels weird. I'm like, this ain't right, man. I don't know. Maybe that transiency, nomadicness of my life from back then, from now, is why it was really comfortable for me to sleep on the couch in the hospital with my dad when he was dying. I didn't accept it that he was dying. I mean, I knew he was sick, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it's obvious he's sick, but I didn't think he was gonna die. It was obvious he was sick, so I slept in the hospital. The hospital, not a hotel. It's not a hotel. Slept in the hospital with him, and I was more comfortable there than sleeping in the house I grew up in. Explain that. I don't know. Maybe it was just the time. Maybe it was just since everything was going to shit, I wanted to be with my dad, and I was happier being next to him in the weirdness of the hospital than being home. I don't know. I love sleeping in my truck, though. I get the best night's sleep in my whole life in this truck. I think it has something to do with the darkness. I shut 2 sets of blackout shades, and not a peep of light comes in, and it's pitch black, and I think that makes me sleep like nobody's business. Anyways, I've been running my mouth for 20 minutes. Could this monologue, maybe I'll edit out bits of it. I'll put the whole thing up, and then I'll put chunks of it up, and then fucking. Are you allowed to say that on YouTube? I don't even know. Is that? I don't know. We'll find out. If it gets flagged, I'm gonna put it up, and if it gets flagged for saying fuck, then I'll bleep it out and put it up again. What do you think about that? Sayonara. Sayonara, motherfucker.